everybody, it's Stephanie with 210 God's Masterpiece, also known as the Chatty Crafter, because I really like to talk and I need to quit talking so much and see if I can't cut my videos down on time a little bit. I think that's going to get me some more subscribers, and not everybody wants to hear me talk and chat and all of that stuff. So anyway, welcome back to video number 2 in my Book of Affirmations series. In this video, we're going to be collaging, painting, and inking our pages. And the first thing you're going to need, of course, is your book that we started working on, that we sanded and gessoed. And as you can see here, I already collaged my book. And the reason it's already collaged is because I started this video and I am now re-recording it, because when I first started it, we had a really bad storm where I'm at, and all the electricity went out, and I had no way of recording. And well, I couldn't record in the dark anyway. My phone still records, but you get the point. So you're gonna need your book, and I will go over how to do this and give you some instructions for this. So the first thing you're going to need, well, it's the second, because the first thing was your book. The second thing you're going to need is paper. Lots and lots and lots of paper. So background paper. Go on your computer, Google background paper, and you can get all kinds of really cool watercolor backgrounds, whatever you can think of, maps and everything else. So background paper from your computer. Tissue paper is really good. All kinds of fun patterns and colors. Old maps are really fun to use. We've got magazine paper. You can use old book paper, sheet music, old ledgers, anything that you can find, any kind of old papers laying around. Scrapbook paper is a really good thing to use. This is my scrapbook paper, just a little bit of it. So scrapbook paper. This is actually a handmade paper. This was done using the shaving cream marble effect, and so doing this is a lot of fun. If you've not done it, I suggest doing it. It's really messy, but so much fun. Handmade papers. And the last thing that I have here is patterns. Old patterns that you can find. Mom has them. Garage sales, estate sales. Estate sales is where I find a lot of my paperwork. So if you have access to estate sales, which I can't imagine that nobody has that, find some estate sales, because estate sales go into some really old houses, and you can find some really great old papers, vintage stuff that you can use for collaging. The next thing we're going to need is glue, which I don't have my glue here, but I use Elmer's clear glue to do the collaging on my book. But you can use regular Elmer's glue, or you can use a Yoo-hoo stick, which is U-H-U, Yoo-hoo stick. And it is a glue stick, but it is not a regular glue stick. Do not use a regular glue stick, because what happens is the glue is going to break down over time, and then your papers are going to end up peeling up off of your book and be ruined, and you don't want that to happen. A paintbrush. I suggest either a 1/2 inch or a 1 inch paintbrush. Clean water, and of course, I have my water in my fun little wine glass that I love so much. You're going to need 3 or 4 of your favorite acrylic paint colors. And I just grabbed a few out of my stash that kind of matched the colors in the map that I used. So any paint will do. Get your cheap. This is Craft Smart. I think this is less than $1 a bottle at Folk Art. You can buy these anywhere. So get yourself some acrylic paints that you like. Bottled ink. This is Daler Rowney in the neon colors, and you get yourself a stash of ink, and you can use that to mix all kinds of colors that you need. And then I also make sprays with my bottled ink, and all you do is get a little bitty spray bottle, and this one I put in 6 dropperfuls of the ink, and then I filled it up about 3/4 of the way with water, and then you just shake it up and you have some really great ink sprays. You're also going to need an old credit card, library card, gift card, anything like that. And let's see, also iridescent medium. This is made by Liquitex, and you can get this. What it does is add a real pretty sheen to your work, and I love using this. So iridescent medium, you don't have to have this, but I really like using it. And then you're also going to need a styrofoam or a plastic plate to squeeze your glue onto. And I think that is it. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look through your papers and see what you want to use. Do you want to do a theme? Do you want to do the same color or pattern? Do you want every page to be different? You just decide what you want to do. And what I decided I was going to do was to use the map on all my pages. And what you do is you're going to take your glue and you're going to squeeze it out onto your plate. And then you're going to add a little bit of water into it. And what you want it is just water down that glue a little bit. It's going to help it spread a lot easier and make your glue go a lot farther. And so once you do that, you're going to get your book and the pages that you decided to use. You can either tear your pages up and put them on your book piece by piece, or you can do what I did, and I just cut one solid section of paper and glued it down on my each of the pages. So decide what you want to do, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your paintbrush and you're going to get it all glued up, and you're going to take it and wipe it over your page, and then you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to lay it on top of that glue. And then your credit card comes in because you're going to take it and you're going to scrape back and forth over your paper. Now, if you use tissue paper or pattern, anything that's real thin or delicate, don't rub too hard or else you're going to end up tearing your paper, and you don't want to do that. You can give your paper a little bit of a wrinkle to it, and you don't need to use that if you want a little bit of a wrinkle to your paper. You don't want it to have nice, clean, flat pages. So you'll just put your glue on, take your credit card, and scrape over your edges. And having a little bit extra on over the edge is a good thing, because we're going to go back and we're just going to trim that up. That way you have enough paper and you're not short on what you want to do if you decide to do what I did. If you're tearing it, just slap it on there, and if you have some over the edges, that's fine, because we can go back and cut that off. Okay, so you collaged it, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to paint and ink. So like I said, I use a plate to put my ink on. You can squirt the paint on your fingers and just rub it on. You can use stencils, you can use stamps. I mean, the options for how to decorate your pages is pretty much limitless. And so we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to move this over a little bit like that. And so I'm going to shake my paint up, and let's just do a little bit of each color. I get some blue, metallic green, and a little bit, well, a little bit of yellow, if it'll come out. There we go. Yellow. And a little bit of red. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? Pretty red. Okay, so there is no method to this. What you're basically going to do is you're going to get your paint, and you can't really see this blue, which is kind of nice, and you're just going to kind of go over your pages a little bit and just add some color to your pages. And you can do a pattern, you can just slap it on there like I am. That green in there. Okay, so you get the point. You're just going to kind of put some paper on there. No method to it. Just kind of get it decorated up. Like so. Okay, and if you have, I didn't mention this, I'm going to grab some marker. I'm just going to grab the cap off the marker, and this is a lot of fun to do. I love doing this. You dip that in your paint, and you can add fun little circles. So I'm just going to add a few little circles in there. Because I love circles. You gotta see 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always do things in odd numbers. Okay? So you get the point with the paint. Add a couple more circles on here. Alright. So see, really cute. And we're gonna put our verse theme on the front of here when we get into our next lesson. So I am going to leave that. I'm just gonna open this. And the inks are a lot of fun. So what you can do, your ink sprays, spray it on there. This is a lot of fun if you take your ink bottle straight out of the ink bottle and just splatter it. And then you can let it run. See that? That's a lot of fun. So basically all we're doing is we're just adding some color onto our pages. Add some of that blue, dark blue, out of the bottle and splat that on there. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Get it to run a little bit. Get it to run the other way, like so. See, isn't that pretty? Love that. Okay, so you get the point. So just grab your paints, get your finger, get messy, get dirty, and go ahead and decorate and ink up your pages. Get some stencils, some stamps, and do whatever you want with your pages and get them decorated. And I'm going to go ahead and do my book, and I will be right back in a flash. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and I have all my pages inked and painted. And so let me just show you here. That was the first page that I did with you. And then this is the second page. And I did a lot of dripping. So I would just take my ink and drop spots on there and then go like this and let the ink run down, so it creates these really cool dripping patterns. And the same on this page, I did a lot of dripping. And then I added some of the green metallic and some little red dots. And then this one I used my cap for my marker again and added some circles. And I did something. I pulled out, I have these clear plastic straws. So I pulled out one of my plastic straws for this page, and I dropped ink drops on here, and then I took and blew them with my straw, and so they created these really funky patterns on here that I really like a lot. So that's that. And then my back page, I just took my red and yellow and made some circles, and again did some drip patterns down the side of the page. So real simple, real basic. You can, like I said, get as fancy as you want, get some stencils and use your acrylic paints and make some stencil patterns, get some stamps out and stamp some really cool designs on, or words, whatever you'd like to do. So if you have any questions about anything in this video, just let me know. And this is going to be the end of today's video, but look out for video number 3 for this series. And in the next video, I'm going to give you a theme, which will be a scripture and some quotes to put inside your book, or you can come up with your own ideas for that. And I'm going to show you how to make the super cute clear pockets that we'll be adding to each of our pages to put some scripture and papers in there that you can pull out. And so don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, come and follow on me on Facebook, and join my Book of Affirmations swap group on Facebook. And you can find all the links, I guess I can go like that, down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.